Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming at you another video. All right, so back on this side of town, man. What an opportunity to be thankful, man, after what I just saw. Hopefully homie makes it, you know. For those who didn't see my last video, as I came out of the Target, I came upon a stab wound victim. He had gotten hit twice in the gut, and he wasn't doing too good, but he was still upright. I mean, still awake, lucid, very, very calm, too calm, really. Yeah, I waited till the ambulance and the police got there and everything, and some of that was caught on camera. I didn't actually record him or any of the stuff that was going on. I recorded myself while it was happening. So for those who saying, "Oh, caught on camera," no, it wasn't. It wasn't caught on camera. I just did a video while there. But you know, it was another guy that came up, said he saw it. He said he saw what had happened and went inside his house to go get a baseball bat, try to go after the dudes. That's what he said to me. He came up with a lot of aggression, but he said he saw who did it. He saw it happen. And so for me, it's like I didn't see anything other than the victim. After I got in there, was already two people there with him. And so all I did was call the ambulance, which had already been called twice. Once to make sure that they knew where they were going, and the second time at the request of the guy holding the wound to figure out how best to handle the wound. And of course keep pressure on it and put towels on there, dry towel. And I went into the barbershop and asked for a towel for the guy. That was it. That was the end of my situation in regards to that. But you know, I mean, just very thankful, man. Get on the train and you're looking around a little more paranoid than usual. I mean, for me, it's like I grew up in this environment, but I didn't see a whole lot of violence. I have been paying a great deal of attention to violence as of late because of the genocide. So when I came up on homie and saw the blood, I could tell that genocide has really changed my entire trauma threshold for stuff like that. I was not moved really much at all. I was concerned for the guy, but the blood and the wound and all of him laid out, none of that did any of the things that it probably would have done had I not seen a dead body in my phone just several hours before of a child split in half. So like, that's how real the genocide has become for all of us who are paying attention to it. We are really truly desensitized in a way that most civilians who are not in the military, who are not in the streets like that, who are not killers or whatever, should not be. I should not be very comfortable seeing what I saw there, but I was. I wasn't even sure he was alive at one point because he had closed his eyes and it looked like he had nodded off, but we kept him awake. And he'd get up and kind of, not get up, but like lift his head up, say a few words just to let us know he's still with us. But like, you know, my concern is that he survives because it didn't look great. And I had seen a situation in the past that I told y'all about where a guy had gotten hit on a motorcycle at the same night as my boy Keontae's wedding. At the end of the night, we were riding down Sunset Boulevard, getting ready to head over to where we were celebrating at, and saw a guy got hit, and we got out. We were the first ones to get over to him before the ambulance came, and we waited with him till the ambulance got there, tried to keep him awake and stuff like that. So I've been in that situation to a degree. That one actually was far worse than this one because that person was really, really messed up. Like they were the motorcycle accident had left them in a position where, you know, their body was real messed up, but still awake and in a lot of pain. So it wasn't the same vibe. Plus, to be honest with you guys, I was gone. That night we were celebrating, and so we had already been engaging in the festivities already, and so we were riding. I was messed up in the back seat. I wasn't even coherent for that one. I remember it because it snapped me out of my drunken stupor, seeing him like that. You know, we snapped into sobriety rather quickly when that happened. But I was zoning at that moment. So I was only but so much of that I actually remember. But You know, it's one of those situations where I had been a first responder, I guess you could say, to a situation before where it didn't look like it was doing too good. I don't know if guys survived that or not. Hopefully this guy does, but and that's one of them situations where at the time I wasn't used to seeing no gore, so that really put a little shake in my spirit, seeing that person in that motorcycle accident messed up as the way he did. It was like, oh my God, seeing that. This, I'm telling you, it wasn't the worst thing I had seen today. It wasn't the worst thing I had seen today. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. That's why, as you guys know, that's why I always try to mention in all of my therapy sessions in this era of my life. Because it's not like it's ever out of my face. I see it every morning. I'm constantly posting, information and support of Palestine at all times. Trying to inform whoever follows me of what it is that I know. It's an entire rabbit hole that I encourage all of you to go down if you're not already down it. Especially if you call yourself an American patriot or a Zionist or a person who aligns with a political party. All of you particularly need to be informed of what's going on there. Whether you support it and are passionate about seeing Israel continue to do this or not, you had better be very, very informed on what's going on there. That's what I want people to understand. There's a lot of people that I don't think are very informed, and when I listen to them, especially those who are pro-Israel supporters, they tend to throw at us a propaganda that is false in nature, disproving things that are not even credible anymore to those who have been paying attention to what I'm paying attention to. So my question is, are they with the cap? Or do they really believe that what they're being told and are regurgitating to us? That's what I say to the pro-Zionist, pro-Israel people. When you say Hamas, do you really mean I just want to see Palestinian people die because I believe in white supremacy to such a degree, and I believe that the Jews deserve the land that's not theirs? Because that is your actual truth. That's the actual truth. October 7th, that was what was done to put this into the air that it should be supported, so that people like yourself will have that to say when wondering why most of Gaza has been demolished and most of the people there have been destroyed. That's what they want you to believe so that you'll support it, but that's not the actual truth. And I believe that there are a lot of people who are telling us that, who understand this, and I believe there may be some people out there who are telling us that don't understand this. And I think everybody, especially those who are telling us, remember October 7th, need to believe the truth. Whether they're regurgitating the propaganda or not, you need not believe it. Now, if you want to stand on that hill and continue to say that to justify the genocide, that's your own business. But please do not believe that. Because I'm here to tell you, that is not true. This is not true. The 40 beheaded babies, that's a lie. That is a disproven, debunked lie. It was not true. It was never true. Hamas didn't behead no babies. They did take hostages. They took accountability for a hostage losing their life very recently. So when they do kill a hostage, they make sure you know about it and apologize for it. And essentially said that after all the nonsense that's going on, one of their people just broke and committed an act that they did not agree with in killing one of the hostages. That wasn't a collective supported decision like raping that individual was in that prison in occupied Palestine known as Israel. That was a agreed upon decision. Them killing a hostage, somebody went against what they were planning on doing. And they took accountability for that a few days ago. After their leader got killed, somebody killed a hostage and wasn't supposed to, is from what I understand. So that, you know what I mean? It's like when you talk about having morals or taking accountability, or who's a terrorist, who's a rabid, out of control maniac, you gotta look at the behavior, not just listen to who's telling you who is doing what, but look at the behavior that's being displayed for you to see. If you're following what I'm following, you can clearly see who the terrorists are. You could see who the deceivers are. Deception is a big part of all of this. Telling somebody something, and doing something, and when it's really the other thing, or telling somebody a place is safe, sending them there and then harming them as you're sending them there, or bombing the place when they get settled in. Telling the world that you are fighting for a ceasefire, and then approving $30 billion worth of ammunition for the genociders. America is doing more deceiving to my eyes, for what I've been able to see with my own eyes, than Hamas has done. My own country's done more deceiving in this conversation than Hamas has done. It's the truth. The same people who are saying it's eager to see a ceasefire are literally arming those who are doing the firing. Not enough is being said about that. Not enough is being said about that. But the same people who say that they want this to end are making it happen. Are literally providing the ammunition to do the killing. So it's like, that's what America's doing. You know, the Biden-Harris administration is literally engaging in deceit every time they open their mouths in regards to Palestine and Israel. They are literally engaging in deceit. They doing one thing with one hand and doing something entirely contradictory with the other. This is repeated. It's not hearsay. It's not propaganda. This is their behavior that we're able to see within the details of what they're doing. Saying that they ain't killing no innocent people. You know, Israel is. And if you proceed to see the areas, the aftermath of what has been done, then ain't nothing but innocent people dead. Children, specifically, in most cases. But we don't know of any innocent people in this situation. And then you look at the horror scene, the sad horror scene, and there ain't nothing but innocent people dying. They just murdered some dude's kids, man. It was a 3-day-old twins. The father had left the hospital to go get birth certificates from another town. When he came back, he found that they had blown up the room. His wife, the babies, and the wife's mom, I believe, all perished in the situation. They knew that man was in there. They knew. They know exactly who was in all these situations. They knew his babies were twins. They knew what this would do. They're trying to cripple the spirit of the resistance by targeting specific people and specific situations. He was targeted directly. You want to tell me Hamas was in that labor room? Like, so that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, if you want to say the propaganda phrase that Hamas is a terrorist and that 40 headless babies and all that stuff, at least within yourself, know the truth. If you want to lie, that's just what your side does. You're going to lie so that you can justify the genocide. But don't be one of the individuals that actually believe the lie. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Don't believe the lie. If you're going to die on a lying hill to justify something that you believe in, totally different story. But don't think that the cap is the truth, because that's been disproven many times over. And I am here to tell you directly from my own mouth, as somebody who's been paying very close attention to this for the last 300 plus days, that is the case. Much deception has been engaged in regards to Israel, the USA, and the Zionist supremacy movement. Deception, destruction, and terrorism engaged in. Actual terrorism, not manufactured terrorism to justify the terrorism they're engaging in. Actual demonic destruction and ethnic cleansing of human beings. Video 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.